Yo, welcome to another Highdeas Video Pocast with the JefeHippie. And my girl Kiara right here. She came through for a quick conversation or whatever. You said why you...
Yeah, what in the world would you want me to come on your podcast for? What?
Because.
I'm so appreciative though.
Yeah, the podcast is because
appreciative.
It's about, like reconnecting with certain people.
Okay.
Like seeing what people's doing, if they're doing some business or promote them or whatever their background or whatever they're doing. So,
right.
Just to get sit down and conversate with people. Like, luckily you can be here, but for some people who can't, I do the little video split screen thing and we talk that way. But yeah, it's like I haven't seen you since high school, and that was what?
Yes.
12 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, and guess how I saw you? Because of the podcast. So things like that, bringing old friends back around each other. And I got a couple other people like Michaela, Florence, people I haven't seen in years. Like who?
Right.
Right. So people they don't know. When I put that out, Kiara, they would be like, "Wow, that's crazy." So yeah, man. What you been up to?
A lot.
Well, maybe a little bit if it's too much.
Honestly, I really don't know where to start. I'm kind of an all over the place type of person. I would keep it 100 with you. I'm all over the place. When I have an interest in something, I go and I try to go and learn and see what's up with it. And when I get tired of it, I leave it alone. So that's me.
Have you been modeling or anything? Because I see your pictures, so I don't know if that's something you like to do or.
Yeah, well, I did a lot of sports growing up, but initially I was doing modeling and sports, but for a long time I did sports. I was doing track, I was doing cheerleading, I was doing gymnastics, I did a little tennis, did a little swimming, I did a lot of stuff. When I was 12, I went to the Junior Olympics for track, and but I hated track. I'll be honest with you. But I was very good at it. So I loved gymnastics and cheerleading. So I did all-star cheerleading, and I cheered for our school. I don't know if you remember that. But then my 12th grade year, I said, you know what? I don't see me cheering all my life. Right. So I want to model. I want to go back to modeling. So I went back to modeling. I was on the model team for Bowie. After that, I went to Atlanta. I went to Clark, Atlanta. I modeled for the AUC out there. I did some modeling, like runway modeling. I did modeling for, like, I tried out for some videos. This is back when, like, I did some videos back then, but they're not even relevant, honestly.
You still did them?
Yeah.
Right. Takes the courage to get out there in front of the camera or just out there in general, put yourself out there. So
yeah, and you learn a lot. Then I came back home. I went to school in Baltimore. I went to Coppin State, and I modeled for Coppin. But I wanted to expand, and so I modeled for Morgan State too.
Yeah, I went to Morgan.
Shout out to them. Shout out to Coppin State. They were very professional, and they helped me to expand and network with other very professional people. I modeled for the art school that's in Baltimore. I forgot the name of it, so long ago. I did DC Fashion Week, which is a big deal. Yeah, DC Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. I did Harvey Style Washington. Shout out to them. And then I got to a point where I was like, I'm more than just a hanger, a clothes hanger, because that's all you are as a fashion model. I love fashion, but they don't really care about nothing else but you wearing the clothes.
Right.
And so I love music, and I've been doing it for a really long time. I was writing things personally, and I didn't tell anybody for a long time because it was a personal thing that I did that would help me get through struggles in life. And I met some people who was already doing music, and it was a one person. They was just like, if you want to do music, just say you want to do music.
Right.
And I was like, all right, cool, I want to do music. But it's so oversaturated, and it just, I think anybody who's an artist, they sometimes you start to feel like, what are you even doing this shit for?
Right.
Because it's people out here just, they messing over the situation, they playing with the situation. I actually have a love for it.
Right.
So,
I agree. I started when I was 8 writing. My parents, 2 singing parents, so I came up in music. And I stopped when I had my daughter, not writing, but like recording. So now it's like I'm back in a place where I can do it, and it's like I'm at a place where it's like I'm not doing it for the same reasons I was when I was 18, 19, 20. Now it's like I don't want to call it a hobby because it's not a hobby, but I just the love of being creative and putting out different material for different people and stuff like that. So, but it is oversaturated. Real talent doesn't really mean success anymore. It's
absolutely.
like
And that's why I know, or I think I know why you said even the word hobby in the same sentence.
Right. Well, some people would say, well, they'll ask me, and they'll ask me like, well, what you want to do with it? And I'll be like, I'm not really sure. Or do it as a hobby. I'm like, no, it's not
Right,
a hobby.
no.
It's something it's been a part of me my whole life. I don't know too many people that got hip hop tattooed across their chest. This is something like, this is going to the grave with me. I've done this my whole life, so I
Yeah,
get it.
I think that they're saying that because it's no security to a lot of people. It's no 401k with it. I mean, at the end of the day, come on, people, we can save our money up,
Yeah.
and we can make sure we're straight.
Right.
We don't need them to do that shit for us. But anyway, that's another story. They gonna say it's a hobby because on paper you ain't getting, you're not making money. I don't know. I guess because you're not getting paid for it.
Right. Well, Z blew up. He doing good. I don't know if you remember ZZ.
Oh,
ZZ
yeah.
Gibson. Yeah, Z's all overseas doing touring.
And sometimes that's the best way to go.
He's been doing his thing. I'm trying to think who else we know. I know Akeem. Akeem didn't get as big as Azizi. Like I know Akeem was going to open for Azizi, but he's still out there. Like just the guys we grew up with, like who was doing that back in the day. Like those are the guys when I was rapping with like Marquise and Terrence and all that, Julian McNair, Julian Bowen, his brother Shiraz the Grace. Shiraz was great.
I miss Shiraz.
Do I have Shiraz's number? I gotta reach it. Me and him always catch each other and miss each other. Yo, Shiraz, I think he's still at it, and like he was.
Actually, everybody you name, I have a lot of love for.
Julian Bowen used to have the bars. I wonder.
Yeah, he was one of the people who actually inspired me to do it.
Right.
I ain't seen him in a very long time.
But he has some situation. I don't know how that. I don't know where he is with it, but.
Anybody know what's up? Tap in, let me know what's up.
Oh, you don't know?
No.
Oh, a couple of years ago, I saw Julian Bowen was caught up in
I heard that he was locked up.
So that's where I think he's probably still.
I don't know anything other than that.
Yeah, I would think that either I can't remember what he did, but hopefully he be getting out soon. Because guys like that, man, use your talent. Use your talent and run. Like, don't run. I don't know. I feel like a lot of time we get caught up trying to make that fast money instead of just saying, but there's nothing wrong with getting a 9 to 5, working a 9 to 5, and following your dream. Like, even if it's a slow run or a slow burn to like, so. Yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna just go randomly because I told you had some all different. Are you a fan of Power?
I have not been keeping up with Power.
Haven't.
I have not.
I haven't seen the last episode, but I definitely am a fan of the show.
I definitely feel like it's an entertaining show. I have trouble keeping up with those things because I'm always on the go. And I'm more of a binge watcher. Like, I'll go to Netflix and be like, okay, this is cool. And then I'll, when I set my sights on something, I'll be like, all right, this is cool. And I keep watching and then I finish it.
Right.
Like with How to Get Away with Murder. That was one of my favorite ones. I binge watched that.
Yeah.
And the Ozarks.
I love those type of jokes. What you think about this, the vaccine? You want to take it?
No, I'm going to let people be the guinea pig.
See, that's what it seemed like to me. I mean, because I had made a whole video about it this morning. I'm like, they started at UK with the vaccine. Literally a day later, they was coming out saying, if you have any type of allergy, food, don't take it because you're having severe allergic reactions and all this. Then you got people in Australia getting false HIV positive tests off of this stuff. Then you got people getting the Bell's palsy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, I'm like, they don't even have this together. They just just experimenting on this real quick. Like,
right.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I already felt that way about vaccines anyway, and
I never understood
the way I was brought up.
Right.
The way I was brought up. I don't know if you follow my dad on Instagram or anything like that, but he's very much so into health, and I have been getting good health and things like that drilled into my head since I was 5.
Right.
And that's probably as young as we can start to remember things anyway. So, I'm not saying that, if you just take care of yourself, you ain't gonna die. I'm just saying that it just, helps you a lot.
Yeah.
It helps
Some
a lot.
things will help if you just avoid it. Cause like I be thinking about it, like what happened to chickenpox or like polio, and all them little measles.
A lot of people was dying
mumps.
back then before they could.
What
figure
happens to
things
these
out.
things? They just come and they go. Excuse me. I asked you that question already. How do you feel about the Me Too movements? Like especially with you was modeling and trying to break into the industry. Did you encounter any of those type of situations where somebody tried to
I know what. You know what.
like, you know what I mean? Like, people try to take advantage of the situation.
Honestly, as a female, I believe, especially as an ambitious female, you're always going to deal with that. I've accepted that. It's like, it is what it is. I'm not saying that nobody should be speaking out on it. Absolutely, we should be speaking out on it.
Right.
You're always gonna have people out here that's lying. That's a given. That's life. That's life. People gonna take and run with things all day long. But it's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like that when I step out the door as a female, you just, you know what I'm saying? Or let me speak for myself. When I step out the door every day, I do feel like anything is possible. And one of those things, especially in the industry that I chose to be a part of, it is very common and very big, and I can see it happening a mile away. when it's happening to me before, and so I know how to block it.
Right.
But everybody is not as lucky as I am.
Or some people just be like, look, I want the fame, or I want the whatever they want.
Yeah.
So they'll go through with it. But
it don't even just happen in the industry with music or modeling. It happens in the workplace as well.
Yeah, everywhere.
I definitely have been through a lot of situations where I'm a hard worker, but I kind of get overlooked if I don't smile enough. Oh, you don't smile enough. Why you gotta look so mad? And it's like, oh, she must be mean, or she has an attitude problem.
Right.
And then somehow, I don't know how, it doesn't make any sense to me, but her work may be overlooked. But hey, maybe I'm too comfortable about it, but that's just what I'm used to.
Do you think it's possible, like, I always find it funny, females, that sexually harass men, like, they can't, it's always so funny when those, like, what can a man gets beat up by his girl, he calls the police, they be like, yeah, we'll be there. It show up 2 hours later, she might end up be dead or something. Cause we end up shooting her because y'all was just playing around. Like, what's that about? I don't get that. I'm having a situation now where it's like,
you're in a situation like that?
No, but I have some where a female is controlling the situation completely with my daughter, my youngest daughter, and it's like, okay, I call them, the police, or I call whoever I call, and I'm like, yo, she took my daughter, she's out of state, or she's gone, I don't know where she is. What can I do? It basically was like, if she's been out of state for 6 months, you gotta file in that state. Okay. Alright, talk to you later. Click. I remember one time, sorry Jazz, when Kennedy was little, I drove to Virginia with Kennedy. She was a little baby. She's still a baby. Jazz thought I was going to go see a girl. Even if I was, we was broken up. None of your damn business. Jazz called people was calling me, like, she basically called the police and told them that I had took the baby out of state, and they told me I had to come back. Like, they went out their way, like, and tried to find me to bring me back. So why can't I get that same respect as the father? Like, why is it in certain situations, like, do women get that type of pass or that type of power? Like, or why do they take advantage of that power? Like, is it because they're not used to having it? I don't understand.
That's
a lot of questions I just asked. I asked you many things at once, but like,
I am going through something similar. I know someone who is. I know a few people that's in situations like that.
Yeah. And
I really feel for you all, because there are women out here who go through hell,
right.
You know, with their baby fathers.
Right.
I have a cousin. Who was living with us, or she came from Virginia to live with us. Her and her daughter, who was my cousin, and you know, she was going through a separation and divorce, and the judge actually, when they went to court, was like, no, you got to bring the daughter back to Virginia, because this is 4 hours away in Virginia. This is deep in Virginia. And when they went back, she ain't never come back. She's no longer alive because he killed her. So my thing is this: there are situations, and I think it happens so many times, that maybe they want to try to protect the women more than the men, because we are supposed to be protected. But I do feel for people like you, because there are still great men out here who want to be around their kids, and there are a lot of women out here, they're not giving y'all the chance.
Yes.
And I don't think that shit is right.
I heard a story like that before. A guy, the girl was telling him, she was saying, so what was that girl saying something about the kid? And he like fake, like they were cool. She came over, he killed her and the kid. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Can't play with people. So that's the basic of that story.
But let me tell you this though, if you really want to know my opinion, like I told anybody else that I cared about, any other man that I know is going through this, a lot of times what we don't like to do is we don't like to take that ass to court.
I'm trying to.
Take that ass to court, and it takes time. It takes time and patience.
Right.
I'm not saying you not, but a lot of men don't, but a lot of women will.
Okay. It's the switch up the mood there. See how I got a little tense. Nah, favorite candy? Do you eat candy? Since you're so healthy. Favorite food?
I love spaghetti and tacos and macaroni and cheese. Any type of pasta.
Mm-hmm.
And I love seafood.
I agree with spaghetti and mac and cheese. It's not that I don't like tacos. It's that you can't eat everybody's tacos.
I make my own tacos.
You being that.
But I also only use either Beyond Meat or turkey meat. So.
No, that's right. So you're not. So you don't eat beef or
pork.
Okay. Anything else?
That I like?
I mean, anything else you don't eat?
Nope. Just beef or pork.
You have a steady workout routine.
I'm trying to have a steady workout routine. I do watch what I eat more because now we're older and my metabolism slowed down. I never had to care until now, literally.
I still don't. I don't know what it is. Thanks, Dad. Still good. I'm still around the same weight that I was. I think I might be probably 5 pounds heavier.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say because of my lady parts or whatever, but I'm like, I don't know, since we graduated, I think I'm like 40 pounds heavier. And I have 0 kids.
I mean, that's just, y'all hold water, you know, and other things that I don't know about the woman body. That's what's going on. It's just...
Yeah, it's easier for y'all a lot of times.
It don't look like it. I seen some of the, no offense, guys, some of y'all looking tough.
Yeah.
Or rough and tough. Where it was guts and stuff. I understand the dad a little belly. But some of y'all went a little too far now. Y'all was skinny at one point. Okay. Are you into like entertainment news? Do you follow any of that? Because I normally don't, but I was like, let me just look into a couple of things just in case.
Kinda.
I see that Kanye and what's her face? Kim Kardashian are really going through the divorce.
They're not, or they are?
They are. That's what I heard. She took her first steps to start that process. It's gonna be a huge.
That's news to me. I knew that they were going through a divorce, but I didn't know that they were actually going through it.
Yeah, you know, as much as I'm not a big fan of the whole Kardashian brand and the whole how Kanye
and why not?
It's just I'm just not into them. Like I'm just not whatever they promote and do. I've just never been into it. So it's not like I'm anything against them. I'm just not with it. It's like something that's like when everybody's into something, I'm always like, nah. I always go away from it. I don't like being part of the crowd. Everybody loves them. They are alright.
I can relate.
Yeah, so Kanye is a great artist, but then I don't know, he just lost his goddamn mind, and after his mom died, I don't know what happened to his brother. So, but regardless of all of that, I hate to see people break up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to see people actually like stick it out after you got what 2? What they got 3 kids? Like, man, come on, man, y'all, what y'all doing? How y'all gonna break that up? All this north, south, eastern. Y'all gotta make a west, like west. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, so I don't. They already failed. Then all of the women failed. Lamar and Chloe dated everybody, and then the other one, is she still with her husband?
I think they.
Courtney. Is she still? I think.
Honestly, I did not keep up with the
See, I don't know, but
I did not keep up with the Kardashians.
Scott? I'm trying to think off.
Okay, no. I think she is with Scott. I'm not sure because Scott, from the last time I checked, he's doing some asshole ass shit.
So he could have been booted.
Drugs.
And the only reason why I remember this is because when I dated somebody 2 years ago, she was a huge Kardashian fan. So I would have to sit through some of that. So that's how I know some of the names. But all of those failed marriages, like, come on, guys. And y'all getting older. And I'm sorry. But this doesn't, well, maybe for them it's easier to meet somebody in. But I'm 30. And it's hard to meet people just who's my age, like people mindset, where they are, what they want to do, like what they want.
I mean, I will say this. Like I said, I did not keep up with the Kardashians. However, I know a little bit. I do know enough to have an opinion about the marriage thing. I'm gonna say this. Look, they on TV. Mm-hmm. If somebody put you under the spotlight, would you look like you was like your shit don't stink?
Well, I don't. But see,
and I'm just saying, like, because my thing is this:
you're rich,
a lot of people, you right, and you have more,
right.
more money, more problems,
right?
But a lot of people, my family don't stay married either.
Yeah, I mean,
it's unfortunate. Yeah. I'm not glorifying it, but I'm just saying.
People in general. I mean, this is over the years. It's just grandparents. Yeah, grandma. How long you been married? 65 years. Oh yeah. Hey, mom and dad. How long before y'all got divorced? 15 years. Us.
Yeah.
Not even.
No
years. Yeah, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like
no
nothing.
Years. Yeah.
So I got girls. I have 2 girls. So I'm like, shit. I have to raise them with trying to raise them in this town is very difficult.
I'm sure
like,
it is.
You know, I have to basically speed up her aging as far as knowledge. I have to like leave her innocence, but like I be throwing little stuff in there. And I know she doesn't understand now, but then one day she's gonna be like, "Oh, that's what you was talking about." Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like we'll watch certain stuff. I'll be like, "Come here, you need to watch this." We'll watch like grown. Like she's very intelligent for it. Well, she'll be 9 next month. Very intelligent.
Actually, how old is she?
Yeah, she's 9. My youngest is 3. Well, 8. She's 3. But.
Yeah, I actually, I always talk to kids like they're human beings. I think that's where a lot of people fail at. Stop trying to protect them. Right? No. Because even if they don't understand completely right now, at least you put that bug in their ear, and then their mind can start to calculate. You know what I'm saying? Start to put things together, and everything is not so foreign to them when they step outside.
It bothers me when I see people. Like, I don't say nothing, but when I see people in the baby, and I just be like, stop. Like when they used to do that to Kennedy, I used to be so blown because I didn't do it. You know, like
right.
Or when people would grab her cheeks, I was like,
I'm a cheek grabber. I love cheeks.
But see, people you know certain people. Oh, they see a baby. Oh, it's a bit.
Oh yeah, wait. No, not just anybody.
If you don't get your hand.
I'm not touching somebody's baby like that.
Your baby's so cute. Get your hands off of her. We was talking about something. I was going to segue into something, and we went off into a tangent, and I can't remember. Are you dating?
I have a boyfriend.
She has a boyfriend, so black love is possible. I just interviewed. I'm gonna put it out tomorrow. This is on a Sunday. We're recording this with 720 Blends. You remember Mia Waddell?
Oh yeah.
So it's with her and her husband. Yo,
How's she doing?
they're doing great. And
Or how are they
I
doing?
will send you the link if you want to check it out tomorrow. That they bond. I told them, I was like, yo, y'all gave me hope that like you could meet somebody and be on like the same wavelength like this, man. They were really good together. So that's gonna be cool.
That's what's up.
But that's good. How long y'all been together?
I'm going on 2 years, a year and a half.
That's good.
Yeah. Shout out to you.
Kiara got a lot of friends, so you better keep it together. How you feel about your girl Meg Thee Stallion, man? Getting foot shot, the Tory Lanez beef. I'm not too familiar. I'm just going off what people tell me.
For what I see, I am a fan of Meg. I really respected her when she came out, the bars, her presence, what she stood for, her going to school, and the message that she was putting out. It reminded me of my style when I was a little younger, and now that I'm older too. But of course, now that I'm older, I slowed down some. So some of the things she do, I don't do. And I didn't do it a lot back then either, but I was doing way more than what I'm doing now. But I would say that this Tory Lanez shit is old. It's annoying. Can we get back to the music?
Right, I heard he came out with like a whole mixtape, a CD that was like
They don't never be talking about nothing.
talking about. I heard somebody say he was talking about like the shooting or talking about.
Yeah, from what I heard, and I did not do extensive research, but what I did see is everybody just throwing shots, but they're not really telling you what happened.
Right.
They're not really saying what happened, and obviously they're using this and they're riding this wave, and the publicity that they're getting from it. But I do recognize from the comments or from some of the bloggers that I hear. Meg is having a lot of people feel similar to what I'm feeling. You losing me right now. You're losing me. I had a lot of respect for it, but now at this point, I'm just, I don't know.
How you feel about all these rappers getting killed? It's like one after the others. It's like I keep hearing one new young rapper, one rapper after the next. My friend just introduced me to this guy named Mo, the Dallas rapper. M-O with like the 3 as an E.
Okay.
I heard the song. I was like, yo, who is this? He told me he's actually the ringtone. And like 2 weeks, I'm not laughing because he died. I'm laughing because I just was introduced to this dude. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta check him out. Somebody killed him.
Yeah.
What the? I mean, like, it's just been. I don't know.
I was just talking to somebody about that. I do find it to be absolutely crazy and ridiculous that out of all the genres, we gotta be the one that have people die the most.
Right, you don't see country music stars.
Stars.
You know what I'm saying? Singers.
Yeah, no.
Doing
It
drive-bys.
Let's keep it real. It don't. And we are out here saying that Black Lives Matter, but
I'm glad you said that. Because that's what I was in my mind. Like when she finished, I was going to segue right into the Black Lives Matter and how that's my issue. We sitting here, yes, the police crap needs to be fixed, but we need to fix, like, us. We need to fix that. Whatever that is that's broken, this competition, this beef, we need to fix that. Like, so we can't be looking for other people to treat us any different when we treated each other like garbage. You know what I'm saying? So
at the end of the day, I definitely recognize the dynamics of it. It is a lot of history behind why things are the way that it is. It's a lot of people that are in power who they don't have our best interests at heart, and I don't take that for granted. But eventually, we definitely have to start to take responsibility for our own actions if we want things to be better.
Yeah, and I just don't see it happening because, at least not right now, because and I look at it. I don't even look at it as for men because I have daughters. So I look at it through for like my daughter as like who's a black woman that my daughter's gonna look up to. Like forget Rosa Parks, Harry Tubman's. Don't tell me about the vice president. People like they're not really gonna be the people that these kids really pay attention to. What are they talking about? And not nobody is talking about bettering yourself up and getting out of the hood. No, y'all talking about staying in the hood and keep trapping and keep killing. And it's like, so that kid that's in the hood, he's like, he's not even thinking about getting out of here and moving his mom out of this. He's thinking about, man, I got to, you know what I'm saying? I got to get this done. I'm trying to run this street. And that's the issue. Like, we need people to speak.
It's a dangerous thing because I'm a fan of Gucci Mane. I've been listening to Gucci Mane.
But you can probably separate.
But see, no, that's what I'm about to say.
Right.
I've been listening to Gucci Mane, and the things that he would say in his songs growing up inspired me to hustle and work hard, but not necessarily go and hustle in a way that's gonna get me killed.
Exactly.
But hey, what can I say? Maybe I'm just blessed and I dodged the bullet. Who knows? Because I took chances. When I hopped off the porch, I hopped off the porch.
Right.
But at the same time, I take the things that he's saying not always literal.
Right.
That's his life. He's rapping about his life. You gotta know how to separate the two, and it is very dangerous when you don't have anybody in that child's household to try to teach them and distinguish, you know what I'm saying, what exactly is their lane.
Or another thing I'm seeing, because I'm very observant on social media, a lot of parents are selfish. A lot of the parents are selfish with their time. Like, y'all still want to run, rip and run, and leave your children with grandma or in the house. Or, no, stay your ass at home with your kids. You know what Kennedy is? She in the room. She sleep. You know why? She at school in the morning, 9:30, in the bed. When Kennedy's here, when it's time, I don't go nowhere. I'm always with her. Like, it throws me off with some of these people. You have to realize when you're a parent, you gave up that life. I'm sorry. That's why I stopped rapping, because I had to be a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to put focus.
You stopped rapping completely? I
stopped recording. I wrote for 8 years. I just didn't rap, like record no more. I just didn't have the time. I was always working or running or this or you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I gave that up. So now that I'm at a point where I can kind of get back to it, I am. But it takes time to get to that point, unless you you set yourself up early and you're able to do both and it doesn't take you off your path. But I chose to be a father over doing what I wanted. And that is another issue. A lot of these parents could be in the house and watching over their kid. But nope. You got to hit the bar tonight. No, you got to go run with Charlie tonight. No, you got to catch up with Sharonda. Come on, Mo. Like, and then you trying to figure out why your kid don't want to hear what you're talking about. He's raising himself. He's listening to these people, and they showing them money, and they got the girls with the big booties, and they smacking it, and they like, oh, they like, that's it. What? Y'all talking about church? Screw church. I don't see this in church. So, I mean, all of that is why we just keep going down the low in the totem pole, and then once the Spanish people, no offense, I love y'all, they catch up and pass, because they hard working. They don't play when they come here, okay? And they send that money back home and they build they build a house for mama. Trust me, I know one right now. I'm just saying we got to do better, yo. Like for real. And it's only so much of us in the country. Like
I would like to add to that. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna show my vulnerable side. I have a friend of mine. Honestly, this whole thing is my vulnerable side because I don't trust nobody. I'm not telling anybody about my business. But anyway, one of my closest friends is Nigerian, and I love the fact that she can go back home and she knows her culture and they have a whole, you know what I'm saying? They know where they come from.
We don't.
I honestly feel like just African Americans, we all mixed up. We mixed with this.
You gotta hear that joke on me, man. I'm telling yo, you hear that joke on me, you gonna be like, what? Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
But I think that it kind of is half of the, and that's why I said earlier on, it's a lot of dynamics behind why things are so messed up. Because I think eventually it's like, okay, we're going to stay here because this is our home. We are Americans, period.
Right.
You know, if you're Nigerian and you came from Nigeria, you're going to go back to Nigeria. If you are from Zimbabwe, you can go back to Zimbabwe. This is my homeland, whatever. If you are African American, and like, oh, well, you know, your roots are from Africa. Well, what part of Africa am I going to go back to at this point? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say Israel. I mean, a lot of places out there, they don't even have a government and they have their own wars going on. So you think you're just going to step foot in Nigeria and think you're going to be okay? You don't know anybody? No, because I know that. One of my closest friends is from there and she tells me how rough it is out there. So I do believe that it is... it's hard because I think we should establish, you know, if we're going to stay here in America, we should establish and set some type of firm foundation so that we can have something to build off of. Because I think we confused. Mm-hmm. We don't have nothing to, like, turn to.
Yeah. And people in power.
And I think it just is a domino effect. It's a domino effect for a lot of things. No matter what subject you talk about, it's just a domino effect. It's going to affect that. It affects you psychologically. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Oh, I was going to say, that's why I said vulnerable. Because I feel like, what's the word? Not idolized, but let me just say this. I love the fact that if you have roots to somewhere else, that you can go back there. Mm-hmm. And you know specifically where you came from. I'm going to go back to Forrestville. I'm going to go back to Forrestville because that's where I was born.
Because it's like, you can't, I hate they try to pigeonhole. You got two sides of a family and they had two sides. And so I know that there's my mom's father's from St. Thomas. There's a white great grandfather in there somewhere. There's a, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and since we're talking about, you know, just different continents, you travel, you do any traveling?
Absolutely.
Where you been? Some of the coolest spots you've been? Because I've driven a lot of cross country. I've been through a lot of states and such, so.
One of the coolest?
Your favorite? Like, what's one of your favorite spots?
I don't want to sound basic when I say this, but I really love Florida. I really love Florida.
It's not basic. It's where you are. We not from there, so.
Right. I really love Florida. And maybe I won't like Florida as much if I lived there, but I really like it every time I go. I love it. I love the weather. I prefer warm weather. The hospitality, oh my goodness. Like, I didn't realize.
Warm weather. It's hot as heck. You must be talking about.
I went in October,
you must be talking about.
Perfect.
I was just about to say October.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was about to say in October. That's where we go. September, October,
yeah.
damn it, December. It is cold as hell out there. I mean, hot as hell. we was out there. We had to drive out to what was that, Tampa, for this trip. Oh my goodness, it was so hot. Like we was just drenched, like doing this move.
The sun is different out there.
The sun is rude.
It's different.
He's rude. He must be just a little closer to the earth right there. So like,
right.
What?
But no, the hospitality. Every time I go down there, like I don't realize how mean we are.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like.
Yeah, we up north. We mean.
Sheesh. Yeah, I know. I mean, but still, it's the reminder.
No.
When I went down there,
we
now.
Mean.
It's the reminder. I'm just like, why is everybody saying hi? Everybody's just like, hey, how you doing? Okay.
And it makes you happy.
You okay? You got it?
Makes you want to smile and
right.
point and do that Spider-Man
right.
3 joke. Hey, what's up, man?
right.
How you doing?
Right.
Let me hold the door for you. Thank you.
Right.
Appreciate you.
Right.
Let me hold this door for you. See?
Right.
Got you back. They're really, yeah, it's always cool.
It helped me realize when I went to school in Atlanta, why a lot of people thought I was mean. And I was so mad because this is me at 18. So I think, as we get older, a lot of people get nicer a little bit. Some people, no, but look, I believe that people get nicer in certain situations, and then when they get old and on the old side, then that's when they get mean. Like I can do whatever I want, but that's another story. But I feel like I was way more aggressive when I graduated from high school, and a lot of people thought I was mean. I was just like, I felt like, why are you being so mean to me? But they was being mean to me because they felt like I was aggressive and I was mean. And so every time I go down there, it's like a wake up call. Like, there are nicer people out here.
I love New York is worse.
I know.
So they say I'm mean. They probably hate New Yorkers. One of my favorite places. Well, California was beautiful, but my favorite place, like if I would go there right now and just stay. Colorado.
I've never been there.
It's like the mountains sold me. It's something about just Salt Lake was beautiful too, but I don't know. Like Colorado, you're just so close to you're 5,000 feet above sea level. So like at night, the sky is lit. It's not like how some nights you come out and you can't know. You can. Hey yo, and I like watching stars. Like I'll come outside and just sit out there. It's calming. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I can be a tense person, so I need things to like calm me. I don't know. It's that Hulk. I don't know where it come from. Probably my mom. Your fault. We just talked about that last week. Your fault. But like I carry a lot of weight, pressure on my shoulders, so I need that place. I was so at ease. Like it was chilly. I'm lying. It was cold, but I can deal with the cold. You know what I'm saying? I went to school in Morgan State. I've been in Baltimore, which was really cold up. Did you live out there when you went there? So you felt the early mornings coming off the harbor, chill? Oh my God. Hey Ricardo, real quick, do you remember when I took that 8 o'clock in the morning class at Morgan State? How long did that last? 2-3 weeks before I dropped that jump? Hey yo, I got up and walked across that jump, grabbed my clothes up. I was like, oh. He was like, yeah, you a fool for taking a class that early. I'd be up early. Nope. He was like, F that.
Nope.
Yes, I learned from that. I definitely, you a fan of Baltimore?
Am I a fan of Baltimore? I'm a fan of any city, area. I'm a city person. I love the city.
I like the city line, like the skylines. You pulling up. I be driving up to Philly. See the skyline.
I love Philly. Yeah. I don't even know why I didn't mention Philly. I love Philly. That's one of my other places. I really do.
I like the mixture. It has like that colonial mixed with like this new age glass buildings, but then they got them old architecture. Yeah. And
But speaking of mountains and things like that, I love the city, but I also really appreciate the places where I can go that's away from the city, and you can see the mountains, and the sky is bigger, and the air is different, and I can breathe. Because I had this thing where I rip and run a lot. So sometimes, and I've had my times where I moved away to random ass places. People like, what made you go there? I can breathe.
Right.
I'm free. I feel free.
Right. I get why people, like, if it wasn't for having younger children, I would have been gone. I'd have been gone. Like, I'd have lived all over this. I would have probably went to Atlanta first, because I was applying to Morehouse and what's the other joke? What's the
Clark?
It was Clark, because what's the
That's
girl?
where I
Spelman.
went.
Spelman, the girl. So I was applying to trying to go to both of
Oh,
those.
I had so much fun up there.
NC State, like, my grandma moved to Georgia, her and my grandfather. So
A lot of people
I was
moving
going to
down
go
south.
down there, like, oh yeah, I would have been done. And then I was doing music, and that's when I was really plugged in with some people, man. And who knows where I'd have been, but it's okay, because I love my daughters, and they didn't ask to be here, so had to handle business. You know what I'm saying? But are you a football fan? Sports fan? Anything? Yeah?
I am on top of the world right now. I'm like, this is what it feels like to win.
Are you,
You know what I'm a fan of. You know who I'm a fan of.
just
I love where I'm from. I'm a home
Oh.
team person.
tell
And
me,
you know what?
please. Thank
And
you.
you know what?
That's one thing.
I didn't just pop out. I've been this way,
That's a
okay?
bet.
I was there through,
Yeah, I
through
was.
all the hard times,
Oh
okay?
yeah. All the 20 years of defeat.
My whole life of
Good
defeat.
Lord. Yo, it felt so good to watch them beat the 49ers and take this number one spot, man.
Oh my goodness. No, I mean,
Haskins, he got to go to the bench though. 'Cause, dude,
I'm scared.
he terrified.
I'm scared.
Man,
He made me
almost did that
nervous
interception. I was like,
too many times.
dude, he got to go. Please get him.
No,
out of
I
here.
really want him because the thing about it is, even Alex
He
had
needs to go behind him though.
Yeah, but I don't want him to lose his leg. We
No.
got to be
No,
careful.
I understand.
And even when Alex got in it, he had to warm up too. And the thing about it is, we have a lot to lose right now. And Haskins, I think he needs a second to warm up, and he was all ready.
Mahomes sat behind Smith. He sat behind him. Aaron Rodgers sat for what, 3? I think he sat for 3 to 4 years before he came out. Sometimes, and he sat behind Brett Favre. Sometimes you sit behind great quarterbacks. You learn the trade. Look at Jimmy Garoppolo. Sat behind Tom Brady for a couple of years. He got paid to go to the 49ers. You sometimes just gotta sit there and get your opportunity.
Yeah.
I think that he's still raw, man. Like he's still a little raw. I like him. I want him to do good. Like, but I think that Gruden ruined his confidence last year, throwing him into just, first of all, basically didn't want the kid, then put him on practice squad, basically, and then was like, oh no, we just want to start him. Didn't prepare him, threw him out there, made him look like garbage. Oh, we don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Like that, when you looking over your shoulder, you, especially as a black quarterback, you know what I'm saying? You already know RG3 was just there and seeing how he got booted out of there.
Right.
I'm still salty about that. I don't know if I will ever really forgive. I don't know whose fault that was, but I'm still mad at the Redskins for messing up what could have been a 10-year, 12, 15-year quarterback for us. That dude, man. And
There's
then,
a few people though, but that's what we do. That's what
we
do.
did. We ruined it. We ruined it quickly.
That's what we do. I'm thinking they're giving me the feeling like we're trying to change our ways.
Yeah.
So you know,
Maybe Coach Rivera.
I feel like I definitely agree with what you're saying. It's just that we don't want to ruin Alex's career. He has an injury. Like, let's keep it.
It was just the calf,
like,
though. You know, muscle on the little muscle there.
We don't know.
Stretch
They
that
tough.
out.
They tough. There's been plenty of times, I'm sure, that they done got the life knocked out of them and they still got their ass up,
He
but it
almost
don't make
got-
it okay.
He almost lost his leg.
Right.
Yeah,
He almost
so-
lost his leg. So we need for Haskins to get more experience so he can jump in there if he needs to. We still got a long way
Where's
to
the
go.
other? Where's Kyle Allen? Where did he go? He needs to
Mhm.
come back. Okay, damn it. I think because Haskins, I ain't feeling Haskins, dog. We ain't gonna win if Haskins go in there. That defense is amazing though.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I'm sitting there all these years. I'm like, they keep drafting defensive tackles and defensive ends, and I'm like, they're not doing anything. But then they added Chase Young to that joke, and then they put that joke, right, Bostic, and they start putting. I like it. I feel like if the Redskins, and I know I'm being biased, so what? I'm excited. Let me be excited. I feel like Redskins have that type of defense that is like that Giants defense from back in 2007. Well, I mean, was that 07? Where they had that line of Strahan, Human Yora, and they killed the Patriots in the Super Bowl, but they was like 9-7. Like they wasn't even a super favorite to even get that far. I feel like our defense can literally take us to the Super Bowl if we can play.
That's what's been winning us these games.
Man, the defense is so mean. So we can get a quarterback that can put up at least 21 to 24 points. Bro, we can do something. Just got a good running game. I'm excited. I was blown early this year. I was sitting there like, all right, here we go. Another year this. I got to sit here for
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For,
In the
for
beginning,
6
it was
months.
it wasn't looking too nice.
Oh my goodness. What were they like? 1-5. It was something terrible.
It was
Like,
something
come
terrible.
on, man. But you know, I really do appreciate you. I don't want to hold you too much longer. Before I let you go, is there anything that you want to tell the people? You have anything coming up that you be looking for? Any new picks that you want me to driving on or something? Projects, music.
Well, I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna stop doing music. Just be on the lookout. I don't like to, do too much talking. I just like the actions. So I like to let my work speak for itself. And I'm really appreciative of you having me on here. I really am appreciative.
What's your so if they want to follow you on IG, your IG?
KeyBetty _ that's KeyBetty _ Beauty and the Beast.
There you go.
That's my Instagram.
I'll make sure I have a little book right there for you. And pop up there. But man, it's been good talking to you. Been way too long. And
Absolutely.
it shouldn't be another 12, 13 years. But guys, this is why I do this. I'll be trying to get everybody back together. I know everybody's getting older, got different things going on. But what's an hour to just come and talk or whatever? Y'all know what I always tell y'all. So y'all go ahead and do that. Go ahead and smoke some weed.